What's going on, guys? Austin 22LR coming at you today. Today we're talking about something pretty cool. This is a Smith & Wesson CSX 9mm. It is a really cool looking gun. Now, to me, this reminds me of a metal framed, just mini 1911, and I think this is Smith & Wesson's little crack at it. Let's go over it and let's figure out if they did it right. All right, so first we're going to begin with just a safety check. The gun is empty. There is no magazine in it. I have 2 magazines on the table. You can see the followers. There is no ammo within reach, so there is no problem there. It does have a safety. Everything about this gun is ambi, and that is very nice. So just a thumb safety, just like a 1911. It is also hammer fired, just like a 1911. You can still rack the gun when on safety, which you cannot do with a 1911. It is a hammer fired single action only gun. So that means when we make sure it's safe and we pull the trigger, that is all it's going to do. When you pull the trigger again, it is not going to cock the hammer and let it fall once again. So that means it's single action only. Single action means something has to come back and cock the hammer for us, that the trigger's not going to assist with cocking the hammer. So to cock the hammer, the gun has to recool, come back, and is then ready for another shot. Which leads us to the next thing. All right, we have the safety. Safety does work. If I carry this, it would be cocked and locked, just as you would a 1911, and get used to flipping that safety off. Now, the safety sits out just enough to be intuitive to flip it on and off without any issues, but that's how I would carry it. The trigger on this gun is weird. It's a metal gun, majority metal, which the slide and the bottom is metal with polymer inserts. But if you look at the trigger is not metal. It is a plastic trigger with a little plastic trigger safety. And I think that's where they kind of missed the mark on this gun. They should have made it a metal trigger, because if they're going for a 1911, let's go for a 1911, right? Let's make it metal. America, right? So, with that being said, the trigger is not bad. It is basically a plastic flat face trigger once you get that trigger safety out of the way. The trigger pull is no take up. Oh, it is no take up. Pretty hard wall, and then it breaks. The reset is slightly long, but it is very mushy on the reset. My reset, I want to know, I want to feel, and I want to be ready for that next shot. Like I said, no take up virtually. Strong wall, pull the trigger. The reset, kind of mushy. That's where I think they missed the mark on this gun, is putting a plastic trigger in it. They did everything else with top quality metal in mind, and they dropped the ball with the trigger. But it shoots okay. The sights on it are just a regular 3-dot painted sights, nothing glows in the dark. There is nothing fancy to talk about there. They're just dovetailed in. The back does have a little set screw to help you make that windage adjustment a little easier. Does have a circular spot on the top that will let you know that there's a piece of brass in there, so like a loaded chamber indicator, I guess is what they were marketed as. And you can also see a little sliver of brass when loaded. This gun is ambi. I might have already said that, but if not, let's elaborate on it a little bit more. By ambi, I mean everything about this gun can be handled by both a left and a right-hand shooter. It has a slide stop on both sides, so right here is for the right-handed, and if I'm left-handed, I can still, guess what, drop that slide. All right. The magazine catch can be moved around, and it looks like it's going to be a simple process of just turning a flathead screw a few times to swap it around. The takedown process is a little weird. I'm not going to lie to you about that. You have to take a 3 30-second punch and push that out, or push this little pin out, which will knock out the other side of your your slide stop. And you gotta align everything here. Watch a video on that. YouTube gets mad at me every time I break down a gun, so we're gonna stop breaking down guns and make them happy. Now, the round count for this is 10. 10 round flush fit magazines. I guess you can call these flush fit magazines. Here, this one, that's flush fit. And then this one has a little extension on it. Oh, I lied to you. This is an extended mag. This is a 10 rounder. That's all that this one holds, and that's your flush fit. You have a slightly extended mag right there. You can see the extension right there, and that is a 12 round mag. I forgot about that feature. Most of the time I carry it with a 10 round mag. I like small packages. But if you see the little bit of difference right there, that adds 2 more rounds. That is actually pretty valuable. So that's what it looks like with the 12 round mag. That's what it looks like with the 10 round mag. Just for size comparison, I'll grab my trusty dusty Glock 17 and we'll safety check this. There's nothing in there. All right, and size comparison time. Now, if you can see, compared to a standard Glock 17, this is a very short pistol. This is probably in the range of a Glock 43X if we're thinking about Glocks, but it is a little thicker because it is double stacked. These remind me a lot of like a 15 round shield mag for the Glock 43X. With that being said, the max you're getting is 12 with extended, but that's perfectly fine. If you can't get through something with the 10 round flush fit mag or the 12 round extended mag, well, buddy, you probably shouldn't have been in that situation to begin with. Don't put yourself in situations that you're going to have to shoot your way out of. All right, that's my tip for the day. We'll move on. But that's what it looks like versus the, and I'm trying to do it apples to apples, so I got the beaver tails lined up back here. That's what it looks like versus the Glock 17. You can see we have about an inch on the grip and about an inch and a half on the muzzle side. And the thickness is roughly the same. But all in all, I think Smith & Wesson did a great job. The only issue I have, like I said, is the trigger. I can't, and I'll revert back to breaking it down. When you break this gun down, it is just like a Glock up top, so it has a barrel and then it has a spring. Everything's captured. You don't have to worry about things going flying across the room. And the bottom is just like a 1911. It has a full rail system that you have to connect everything to. It is very comparable to a Glock upper and a 1911 lower. I really don't think you can go wrong with this gun. It does, at least for me, function flawlessly. And I will get some more shooting on it tomorrow and hopefully roll it in this video at some point. Thank you for watching this video. If you found anything valuable, please like and subscribe. And also, let me know if you want to see a different gun or avenue represented here on this channel. I'm always open to any criticism, or I'm always open to any ideas, as long as they are legal, safe, and fun. Y'all have a great day. Thank y'all for tuning in. See you on the next one.